My beloved child. There are moments in life that arrive without making a sound. They do not knock on the door. They do not announce themselves. They simply appear, changing everything from that single moment forward. Today, I ask you not to skip this message. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The title of this message is not a coincidence. Just before a new beginning entered your person's life, something unexpected happened. Out of every memory they could have returned to, out of every face they could have remembered, your face quietly appeared in their thoughts once again. They did not plan it. They did not expect it. Yet it happened with such clarity that they could not ignore it. Listen carefully, because every word matters. There is a reason this message found you today. There is a reason you stopped scrolling at this exact moment. Many people will hear these words, but only a few will truly understand why they are hearing them. If you are still here, there is something your heart has been waiting to discover. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person believed they had already organized their thoughts. They believed they had closed every unfinished chapter. They convinced themselves they were ready to walk towards something entirely new. They looked ahead, trying to focus only on what was coming next. But just before taking that next step, something interrupted the silence inside them. A memory appeared without warning. It was not loud. It was not dramatic. It was gentle, yet impossible to ignore. Somehow, that memory carried your presence. They remembered the conversations that once felt ordinary but now seem unforgettable. They remembered moments they never realized would become so meaningful. They wondered why those memories still carried warmth after all this time. Questions began to rise that they had never allowed themselves to ask before. Why did your kindness remain so clear? Why did your words still echo? Why did your absence suddenly feel so noticeable? The more they searched for answers, the more your presence filled their thoughts. This is where everything begins to change. Sometimes people believe a new beginning means forgetting the past. But real new beginnings often begin with understanding what the past was trying to teach. Before anyone truly moves forward, they must first recognize what still holds value. That is exactly what started happening inside your person's heart. They were preparing to move ahead, yet they realized there was one thought they could not leave behind. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The surprising part is not that they remembered you. The surprising part is how deeply that single thought affected them. One memory became another. One question became many. Small details they had completely forgotten suddenly became vivid again. A smile. A conversation. A quiet moment. They began connecting pieces they had never connected before. They started seeing meaning where they once saw coincidence. They did not tell everyone what was happening inside them. Some thoughts are too personal to explain. Some emotions need silence before they become words. Yet behind that silence, something remarkable was taking shape. A different perspective was forming. A different understanding was growing. They were no longer looking at the past the same way. There is something powerful about timing. The heart often speaks when the world becomes quiet enough to hear it. Just before they believed they were starting a completely different chapter, your memory returned with unexpected strength. That was not the ending of a story. It was the beginning of a realization. So remain here with me for every moment ahead. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened after this unexpected thought changed the direction of everything they believed about their future, and the next part reveals why this quiet moment became impossible for them to forget. Not every turning point begins with a loud announcement. Some of the greatest changes begin with one quiet thought that refuses to disappear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened next was something your person never expected, and once you hear it, you will understand why this moment became impossible for them to ignore. They tried to continue with their day as if nothing had happened. They focused on new plans, new conversations, and new opportunities. Everything around them looked normal. But inside, something had already changed. Every time they looked toward the future, an unexpected memory quietly pulled them back toward you. They could not understand why your presence suddenly felt stronger than ever before. At first, they told themselves it was only a passing thought. They believed it would disappear within minutes. But instead, it grew. One memory led to another. They remembered the moments that once seemed ordinary but now carried a meaning they had completely overlooked. They remembered the peace they felt during simple conversations. They remembered the encouragement they once received from you. They remembered how certain moments seemed brighter simply because you were part of them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then something even more surprising happened. They began asking themselves questions they had avoided for a very long time. What if they misunderstood something important? What if they walked away too quickly? What if the story they believed had never been complete? Those questions became impossible to silence. The more they searched for answers, the clearer one truth became. Every new beginning they imagined somehow led back to the memory of you. It was not because they were trapped in the past. It was because they were finally seeing the past from a completely different perspective. What once looked like an ending now looked like the beginning of something they had never fully understood. Pause for a moment and think about this. Out of thousands of memories, why would yours suddenly become the one that returned with such clarity? Moments like these rarely happen without purpose. They arrive when the heart is finally ready to notice what the mind overlooked. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the hours passed, your person realized they could no longer ignore what was happening inside them. They stopped rushing. They stopped distracting themselves. For the first time in a long while, they allowed themselves to simply reflect. And during that quiet reflection, they recognized something unexpected. Your influence had never completely disappeared. It had remained quietly present, waiting for the right moment to be understood. They began noticing little reminders that brought your memory back again and again. Familiar places felt different. Familiar songs carried new meaning. Familiar thoughts suddenly connected in ways they had never experienced before. None of these moments were dramatic on their own, but together they created one powerful realization. You had become part of a chapter they could not simply forget. This realization did not bring confusion. It brought clarity. They started understanding that some people enter our lives for reasons we only recognize much later. Sometimes distance creates understanding. Sometimes time reveals what rushed moments could never explain. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. At that exact point, your person understood that this new beginning could not truly begin until they acknowledged what their heart had been trying to tell them all along. They realized that every meaningful step forward starts with honesty, and honesty was quietly pointing them toward you once again. Before we continue, if this story is keeping you watching, share this video with someone who believes meaningful moments arrive at the perfect time. Also, if you're enjoying this journey, subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter, because what happens next is even more unexpected. The next part reveals the moment everything became impossible to ignore, when one simple realization transformed into a decision that could change the direction of their journey forever. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A single realization has the power to rewrite an entire story. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened next was not loud, but it was unforgettable. Your person reached a moment where they could no longer pretend that your memory was simply passing through their mind. It had become the one thought that remained even after every distraction disappeared. They looked ahead at everything that seemed new, yet something felt incomplete. The excitement of a fresh chapter was there, but so was a quiet question that refused to leave. Why did thinking about you bring such unexpected clarity? Why did remembering you make the future feel different? They searched for an answer, but the answer was not outside them. It had been quietly growing within their heart all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they stopped trying to rush toward tomorrow. Instead, they allowed themselves to appreciate everything they had learned from yesterday. They realized that some people leave a lasting impression not because of grand moments, but because of the peace, kindness, and genuine connection they bring into someone's life. That realization changed everything. Then another unexpected moment arrived. Without planning it, they smiled while remembering you. It was a simple smile, but it carried a meaning they had never noticed before. They understood that some memories do not return to hold us back. They return to remind us of what truly matters. In that instant, they stopped asking why you came to mind and started appreciating that you did. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As they reflected more deeply, they recognized how much they had grown. They also realized that you had grown in ways they had never imagined. Sometimes life creates distance so that understanding can become stronger. Sometimes silence teaches lessons that words never could. Looking back, they no longer saw unfinished questions. They saw meaningful moments that deserved gratitude. This new beginning was no longer only about moving forward. It became about moving forward with greater wisdom, greater appreciation, and a clearer heart. Your memory had become part of that transformation. It reminded them to value sincerity, patience, and the people who quietly made a difference in their journey. Now imagine standing at the doorway of a brand new chapter while carrying one important realization that changes the way you see everything behind you. That was exactly where your person found themselves. They understood that the future becomes brighter when we finally recognize the value of the people who shaped us. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. If this message has stayed with you until now, share it with someone who believes that the right message always arrives at the right time. And if you want to continue this journey together, subscribe so you never miss what comes next, because every chapter reveals another piece of the story. The next chapter reveals the quiet decision that followed this realization, a decision that made this new beginning feel more meaningful than they had ever imagined. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest turning point is not a conversation. It is a quiet decision made deep within the heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is the moment where everything you have heard so far begins to connect in a way that neither you nor your person could have imagined. Your person reached a place where they finally stopped asking, "Why am I thinking about this again?" Instead, they started asking a completely different question: what is this memory trying to teach me? That single change in perspective transformed everything. They no longer saw your memory as something that interrupted their future. They began to see it as something that prepared them for it. For a long time, they believed that moving forward meant leaving every old thought behind. But they discovered that true growth is different. Real growth allows you to carry wisdom into the next chapter without carrying regret. And among all the lessons they had learned, one stood above the rest: you had shown them the value of sincerity, patience, and genuine connection. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then came a moment that felt almost impossible to explain. In the middle of an ordinary day, while everything around them continued as usual, a quiet feeling settled into their heart. Nothing dramatic happened. No loud sign appeared. Yet they suddenly felt an unexpected sense of gratitude. They became thankful for every conversation, every shared smile, every simple memory that had once seemed too ordinary to remember. That feeling stayed with them much longer than they expected. As the hours passed, they realized something remarkable. Every exciting possibility waiting ahead felt even more meaningful because of what they had learned from the past. Instead of trying to erase old memories, they allowed those memories to become part of the foundation for their future. And among those memories, yours continued to shine with unusual clarity. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are moments when life quietly reminds us that the people who shape our journey are not always the ones who stay the longest. Sometimes they are the ones who leave us with lessons that continue guiding us long after the moment has passed. Your person finally understood this truth. They recognized that remembering you was not holding them back. It was helping them become wiser, kinder, and more thoughtful as they stepped into a brand new beginning. The most surprising part was still ahead. The clearer their future became, the more they appreciated the role your memory had played in helping them reach this point. It no longer felt like coincidence. It felt like perfect timing. Just before everything changed, they thought about you again, not to relive the past, but to understand how far they had come and how much they had grown. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this chapter comes to a close, remember one powerful truth: meaningful memories do not appear by accident. They arrive when the heart is finally ready to understand them. And sometimes, just before a beautiful new beginning unfolds, one unforgettable thought returns to remind us of everything that truly matters. The final chapter will reveal why this quiet realization became the beginning of a completely new outlook, and why this unexpected moment stayed with your person long after they believed the story had already ended. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you.